Yo, what's up, guys? So the state of play was not very good. I'm gonna say it. I hate to be negative. I love to kind of be a fanboy when I can be one, but I also don't like to be dishonest. And there was not a lot of great stuff. I'm gonna summarize it here and pretty much shout everything out, so it'll give you an idea of what was in the state of play. One big thing right off the bat: the price for the 30th anniversary edition PS5 Pro was not announced, which it's obvious that they weren't going to announce it because it's going to be over $1,000, and they don't want to manufacture any more negative reaction than there's already going to be. And there's a lot of negative reaction to this. That rumored Horizon Zero Dawn remaster came out. They announced that. The nice thing about that is it's only an additional $10 if you already have the game. And that includes if you had the game from that stay at home play it initiative where it was like, during the lockdown and they gave it to everyone for free. So if you got the game for free, you only have to pay $10 to upgrade. And I think that's not bad. Like, who is this for? This is for the people who bought the game and put it on their backlog and haven't played it yet and don't mind dropping an extra 10 bucks. For the PS5 Pro bundle stuff, let me be clear. The last video I made, I showed how it's going to be at least $1,000. And honestly, like, I explained it pretty well. Everyone kind of see it, but I'd say maybe 10% of people didn't get it. So I just want to say that it's not like speculation or anything. The way I got to that number was by itemizing every item included in the bundle. And when Sony does bundles, they don't discount. So every item included in the bundle came up to over $1,000. And because these aren't just a different color, they actually have different patterns molded into the console and different designs that are actually like pressed in. It's a different mold. So it's probably going to be a little bit of an upcharge on top of what the retail value is. So I'm guessing $1,200. I hope it's less than that. If it is $999.99, I mean, that's still a lot, but it would kind of be a win because there really wouldn't be that much of an upcharge. If you are looking to pre-order that or any of the other 30th anniversary accessories, I'm going to drop a video tomorrow that will tell you the exact time. It will tell you how to navigate the website and a couple tricks that will give you a much better chance. That video drops tomorrow, and then I'm going to live stream that pre-order on my channel at the time that I'm telling you tomorrow on Thursday. So when you're coming to pre-order it, whether you want to use the live stream to help you or just get yourself hyped up and get into the vibe, come by on Thursday. Make sure you follow me on Twitter as well, because of course I'll drop the time there. You don't have to watch the whole video to get the time. As soon as I have it, I'm going to let you guys know. They did announce some new colored DualSense and faceplates. We're going to have the Chroma collection, which comes in indigo, pearl, and teal. Honestly, I think the teal looks pretty sick. Those pre-orders are going to be October 3rd. I don't think it's worth doing a live stream, but of course I'll tweet the links for you. They're also dropping a Fortnite edition, which looks like the Starlight Blue color that we've already had with a bunch of designs on it. I'm not really in love with the controller design, so probably not for me, but the pre-orders for that will drop the same time as the Chroma collection, October 3rd. So that was it for any hardware related things, and of course no price for the PS5 Pro. Now, I'm going to talk about the announcements I was most excited for first, and then we'll do a rundown of the rest. So the first thing they announced was the Astrobot DLC, and that's hype because Astrobot is a fantastic game, and it's coming this fall, and it's free, and that's a great way to open the show. The problem is, we already knew all about that. That's why it's not as hype. What was hype was the big announcement, the last thing that they had in the presentation, which was Ghosts of Yotei. This is the next game in the Ghost series. So Ghosts of Tsushima was the first one. And now we're going to have Ghosts of Yotei. And the reason it's not Ghosts of Tsushima 2 is because it's not a sequel. It has its own hero, its own unique protagonist, its own unique story. So that's good. If you haven't played Ghosts of Tsushima, this isn't a sequel. You can start right with this one. That's a good thing, and this looks awesome. Like, Ghost of Tsushima is an awesome game. Ghost of Yotei looks amazing. Well, I'm hyped for this, and it's a big W for the show. The rest of the state of play just wasn't on par. As for me personally, one of the first games they announced, called Midnight Walk, looked really fun. And it looks like almost like a Tim Burton art style horror game. And it just looked like something that was up my alley, just really unique and interesting. There was a couple big announcements that I think a lot more people will be interested in. So let's just go over those quickly. But one is called Hell Is Us. And you can see right here, this looks very much like a Souls-like game. Like, I was looking at this and I was thinking, is there more Elden Ring DLC? But then obviously you can see some very different things coming in, like some more modern stuff, like drones. So it's like, okay, this is its own thing. But it looks like something that for Souls-like fans they could potentially, knock on wood, be excited for this game. They showed one game besides Hell of Us that I hadn't heard of at all before this that looked interesting to me, and that was Arcade Chronicles. And if you're looking at the gameplay, it looks a lot like God of War, which is one of my favorite games. Ragnarok, I actually like more than the first one. I know it's a little controversial. The thing that really set Ragnarok apart for me from the first God of War wasn't the gameplay, honestly. It was the story. I would have dreams about where the plot was going. I was that immersed. That was really fun. It's one of the few experiences I've had this generation where it's felt worth it. So yeah, this game, Arcade Chronicles, that looks, from the gameplay they showed, really polished and a similar gameplay style, that similar kind of vibe. I'm a little excited for you. Safe to say, who let me have fun. They also slapped Nintendo in the face today by announcing that Palworld, who has just been sued by Nintendo, is coming to PS5, because of course it did. Classic Sony. That's actually, I love that console war stuff. That's funny to me, and so I enjoy this. But not only is Palworld coming to PS5, it's out now. So Sony saw that lawsuit and was like, let's immediately put that game on our console. They also announced for Monster Hunter Wilds, which will be the next big Monster Hunter game, the release date. I don't think the release date was known before, but it's going to be February 28th. I love the new Monster Hunter games that have been coming out for PlayStation, and I love the one for the Switch as well. Playing them closer to launch is better, because it's just so much fun playing with randoms. Like, I've made friends playing that game. I am looking forward to it, but again, it's not like a huge, crazy announcement. What did look super interesting to me was this PSVR 2 game, and I never bought the PSVR 2, and I probably still won't. But this game looked cool because it was a Hitman game. And when they were showing like the shots of you like sniping people on top of buildings, I was just thinking, like, what a great concept for a VR game. The last, I guess, like big announcement that I got pretty hyped for was Dragon Age Veilguard. When they started showing it, I wasn't very excited because it was a lot of cinematics. The graphics didn't look crazy good. But then they actually started to show a lot of gameplay. They showed a lot of battling this dragon. Then a second dragon comes in. And it was a lot of uninterrupted gameplay. And it just looked fun. The other things I was most hyped for was the Lunar collection, which is Lunar 1 and 2. Those were some of the best RPGs ever made. One of those RPGs like in the era of like Final Fantasy 6 and 7, like Chrono Trigger, that kind of thing. So the fact that I'm getting really excited for a 30-year-old game kind of tells you how the state of play went. I'm really excited for that. And then the other 30-year-old game that I'm really excited for is Soul Reaver 1 and 2 Remastered. And that was a game that I had a really hard time with as a kid, but I played it a lot. So as soon as I see like those green colors, just that vibrant setting, I feel the nostalgia. I'm definitely getting that game, and I'm going to prove to myself that I can beat it. They also announced Lego Horizon Adventures, which I'm actually excited about only because I know a lot of people that got to play the demo behind closed doors, and they all said it was super fun. Horizons is one of my favorite IPs, so I'm looking forward to that game. So the rest of the things, really quick, were Fear the Spotlight, which is coming October 22nd, Towers of Izgazba, which is early access in November, Split Screen Lego Fortnite, which is kind of cool, old couch co-op style. They're bringing that to Fortnite. Dynasty Warrior Origins. Dynasty Warrior games are always fun. That's coming January 17th. Another turn-based RPG similar to the old school Final Fantasies called Fantasia Neo Dimension. Alan Wake 2 The Lake House. Sonic and Shadow Generations, which was revealed earlier today at the Sonic presentation, but Sony announced that they're going to replace the old voice acting with Keanu Reeves, which is pretty cool. They also announced some DLC for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, some DLC for Stellar Blade that's a cross with Nier Automata. They announced Metro Awakening. And honestly, I mean, you can tell, yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's probably something in here that you're looking forward to, but probably not something that you are as excited about as you would have been if they showed, the Wolverine game, or they showed Resident Evil 9. Something with that big star power. Like, again, we had the Ghost of Yotei, which is awesome, but that was really the only big thing. Let me know what your favorite announcement was below. Let me know if you guys are agreeing with me, kind of disagreeing with me. And I'll see you on my video tomorrow where I announce all that information for the PS5 Pro. And we'll see you here Thursday as we live stream trying to pre-order the 30th anniversary collection items. Have a good one, everyone. Peace.